am so tired of doing this. I'm tired of counting every bite that goes into my mouth. The number on the scale is not your value as a person. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, All Things Keto with Kelsey. I'm Kelsey, and today I'm going to share with you the story of how I lost 47.5 pounds in 2022. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so glad that you're here. It really makes a huge difference to me that people are interested in my story at all. So hopefully something today can help you on your journey to keto. In December 2021, I was 8 months postpartum with my third baby, and I was weighing in, again, like I said, 227.4 pounds. I had tried to get back on keto and fallen off numerous times. The postpartum period for me is really difficult. I dealt with postpartum depression, the hormones and the hunger and the breastfeeding and the clingy baby who's up all night. There are a lot of factors that go into recovering pregnancy and birth, and I would say that it takes a huge toll on my body, and every single baby has been a little bit more difficult for me to recover from. They are worth it in the end, but it is quite the journey getting through that first year postpartum. In January, I weighed in at 227.4 pounds in 2022 when I had decided that this was the time that I was going to make a difference. I was going to be consistent this year, and my big goal of the year was to lose 60 pounds. Fast forward to January 1st, 2023, just last week, I was able to weigh in and see 179.8, I think, or 0.6 on the scale. And that meant that I had lost 47.6 pounds this year. So I would say, even though I didn't hit my 60-pound goal, I did hit a significant number, and I am ready to share with you what I did throughout the process. So in January, I wrote down in a journal what my year-long goals were and how I wanted to lose 60 pounds in order to be healthy again. And then I figured out how much weight I needed to lose every month to get there in about 10 months. And so I was like, well, maybe if I lose 6 pounds a month, that would be a reasonable amount of weight to lose. It's not a crazy amount. It's like about 1.5 pounds each week. So it's not crazy, definitely doable if I'm consistent. And so I started off, I did 20 total carbs. I definitely prioritized protein, water, and electrolytes because I didn't want to lose my milk supply. I was still breastfeeding my baby pretty regularly. He had started eating solid foods, but I didn't want to just end our journey because I lost my milk supply because I wanted to lose weight. I had done keto successfully before, and I was just going to do it again by meticulously counting the carbs. I tracked everything in MyFitnessPal. I started walking on the treadmill and drinking tons of water. At the end of January, I weighed in at losing a total of 2 pounds. I was a little bit discouraged. I had expected to lose like 5 or 10 pounds because, the flush of the water, I wanted it to get out of me, because a lot of times you're holding a lot of inflammation, and usually or often people will see a big fluid shift. But I did keep going because I knew that the inflammation level of my entire body had gone down. My pain levels had decreased at least a little bit. Like, I noticed I felt better. Even though I wasn't losing weight, my clothes were not getting any less tight. I knew that I felt better eating this way than I did the standard American diet, which I had slipped in and out of through the last 8 months of the first 8 months of my kid's life. So I decided to take that feeling better as the win for the month and take the 2 pounds and just kind of keep going. Come February, I just kept kind of doing what I had been doing. I did 20 total carbs and definitely stayed hydrated with my electrolytes and my water. I continued to track my food in MyFitnessPal, and I weighed in every week on Instagram and Facebook. I did not see any weight loss at all. I just kept going up and down the same half pound for like 2 more weeks. When it came to week 7, I got on the scale and I was shocked to notice that I had lost 5.6 pounds that week. So all of a sudden, my body kind of got the memo and started letting go of that water. Some people call it the whoosh effect. And so I started seeing some progress and I was super excited. By the end of February, which was just one more week, I was down a total of 9.2 pounds that month. I didn't take a lot of notes in March, but I lost 9.2 pounds. We went on vacation. I successfully stayed keto the entire week we were gone. I food prepped. I prepped a ton of food, packed all the keto treats that I could so that I could stay on track. I had good coffee to drink. While everybody was eating pizza and ice cream around me, I had keto things. I did have some keto ice cream as well. But March was another successful month at losing 5.6 pounds. April was a big month at our house. My baby turned 1 and I officially weaned him right on his birthday. There's something about getting to the first birthday. I'm super proud that I breastfed him for a year, but I was super excited and thrilled that I was ready to be done nursing. In April, I realized that according to the BMI chart, I was just overweight, finally, instead of obese or morbidly obese. I had been obese for the better part of 2 years, I would say. So this was a huge milestone. I lost 5.6 more pounds in April. In May, what I did change, pushing to 8,000 steps a day. Depending on the day, I usually ate between 18 and 1900 calories. I want to say I started intermittent fasting again in February. May, I started pushing my fasts to 18 hours. So I was eating in a 6-hour window and fasting for 18 hours. In May, I added a weekly 36-hour fast so that I could boost my metabolism and just kind of really get going on the fat loss. So in May, the mornings started getting lighter earlier. I love this time of the year because it starts getting a little bit warm. The snow drifts are melting away, the sun rises early, and I can get out in the sunshine around 5 or 6 in the morning. So I started taking walks in the morning, about 1 or 2 miles depending on the day. So in May, I lost 4.8 pounds. So as you can see, I lost 9 pounds in February, 9 pounds in March, 5 pounds in April, then 4 pounds in May. So we are seeing a decrease in the amount of weight I'm losing every month, which is totally, totally normal. This brings us to June, and June is kind of where I started to get derailed a little bit. My weight loss had started to slow down each month, just a little bit less every month. In June, I actually gained 1.4 pounds. For some reason, 6 months hit and I was just like, I am so tired of doing this. I'm tired of counting every bite that goes into my mouth. I'm tired of constantly wondering if I should eat, or I kind of stumbled through the month, and some weight gain is not a deal breaker. It is okay to gain some weight while you're on your health journey. It is okay. The number on the scale is not your value as a person. Please remember this. If you're on a weight loss journey, you are not the number on the scale. You are you, and you are special, and you are unique. At the end of June, we left for vacation, and this is where things got really muddled. So I went to family vacation, and of course there's lots of people there that aren't on keto, and when people are on vacation, they want the yummy food, they want the cookies, the ice cream, the everything, the chips, the buns for the hot dogs, they want everything. And I would say I did better than I have in the past on vacation, but I was not super successful. I would eat some chips occasionally. I definitely ate my fair share of desserts during this week. I did keep walking. I walked every day that we were on vacation. I walked. That I did consistently, and I drank lots of water because that is a habit now. I want to say that vacation was okay. I enjoyed some things that I don't usually allow myself to enjoy. But I did go overboard. This is where I took a little social media break and I stopped checking in online. And so that also was a part of my derailment. So I had diet fatigue. I was tired of being on a diet. And then I stopped checking in online every week. So those two were the biggest mistakes I made that summer. In July, I ended up losing 1 pound, which is, 1 pound that I had gained over in June. And then in August, I lost 1.6 pounds. So during the summer months, I just really struggled, and I stumbled through June, I stumbled through July, I stumbled through August. And then in September, I lost 0.8 pounds, yet again. Stumbled through 4 whole months this year. That whole time, I was definitely exercising. I was eating mostly keto, but like just kind of really struggling, which definitely showed in my weight loss numbers. My body was probably just trying to catch up a little bit. Somewhere in October, I decided, like I had realized that I have October, November, and December. I have 3 months left of the year. We're 3/4 of the way through the year, and I realized that I have 3 months left to get to my goal, see what I can do. A light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, I have got to get myself together. This is when I kind of renewed my motivation to commit to this journey again. I had not quit this summer, but I just struggled, and sometimes people struggle. There are ebbs and flows to success, and that's okay. You just have to get back up again. If you fall off, you get back on, and you just keep going. So this is when I started drinking my egg and butter coffee, and I have that. If you haven't seen that, you can look at my 5 ways to drink keto coffee, and it's in there. And I've been drinking 2 of those every day, almost every day, for the last, I guess, since it's been October. It's been about 4 months that I've been doing this. Tried that, and then I just really focused on my intermittent fasting. I did as many 18-hour days as possible. I recommitted to doing the 36-hour fasts every week. And as I said, in October, I lost 6.6 pounds. So in November, I stayed on track with keto all month, and I was so proud of myself because this is where I stayed on track with Thanksgiving, which is not something that I would typically want to push myself to do. I usually will let myself like have some mashed potatoes or have some stuffing or something. But if you're curious as to what I did for Thanksgiving, I have a whole video talking about the things that I ate on Thanksgiving to keep me on track, and I did successfully. And I even had like leftovers for 2 meals and enjoyed it completely. And I ended up losing 5.8 pounds in November alone. So in December, I continued with my end of the year challenge. I had started an end of the year challenge at the end of like Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, and I wanted to focus on a leg challenge, do intermittent fasting 18 hours a day as much as possible, and I wanted to walk 2 miles a day. Did stick with that for the most part. I did get sick at the end of December and wasn't feeling up to, I was just so weak I couldn't do the exercises as much, but I probably missed like 5 to 7 days out of like the last 33 days of the year. So not too bad. Overall, consistent. I tried hard to not do any mindless eating. I had a really hard time with the candied pecan recipe that I came up with. It is also linked below. I had those candied pecans for Thanksgiving, and then I made some for Christmas. I actually made them 2 or 3 times in December, and ate them all myself, and they were delicious. They were delicious, and I loved them. It helped me have a treat, something that was yum, but didn't like kick me totally out of ketosis. For Christmas, I stayed on track by making myself a big charcuterie board. It had a couple different kinds of salamis, some brie, some smoked Gouda, some fat snacks, keto crackers. That they were okay. I didn't love them personally, but they were a good option to have. I had my cheese ball, which is also really good. I did make it through Christmas. I did exercise regularly through December, and I ended up losing 2.4 pounds in December. So when I weighed in on January 1st, 2023, I weighed in at 179.8 pounds, and that brought me down to 47.6 pounds for the year 2022. So that is how I lost 47.6 pounds. I understand this is probably a long, drawn-out video, but I think it's important to explain like that I change things up every month. I adjusted things where I thought I needed more exercise, or I needed a little bit more protein, or I felt like I needed to increase my fasting windows. Being on a long weight loss journey, it's just that. It's a journey, and it's something that I think we have to remember to be patient with. We have to remember to be flexible and kind to ourselves as we're trying to lose weight. For me, I have been heavy most of my life, since I was probably about 13, 14, 15. I have been metabolically unhealthy for more than half of my life. That is a long time. And so as I'm on the keto diet and the keto lifestyle, I am slowly healing my body from the inside out. I think the biggest thing to remember is it doesn't matter what other people think of you when you're on this journey. If you are making progress and it is working for you and you are feeling good doing it, keep on going. You are worth it. Your health is worth it. If you don't spend the money and the time to get good health now, you're going to be spending the money and the time later in the hospital or in the doctor's office waiting to be treated for whatever metabolic disease you might have. If you have been waiting for a sign to start keto, this is it. I support you. Follow my channel, subscribe. I have a great group on Facebook. I have a great page on Facebook, All Things Keto with Kelsey. I have Instagram. Follow me on there. It's at Kelsey Goldstrom. And you know, I would love to hear how you're doing on keto. And as always, I hope wherever you are today, you're having a wonderful day. And I will see you soon, friends.